Hi guys, you're with Barry, and we're about 9 hours before the outer banks of Hurricane Irma come our way. And while I don't think we're going to get a direct hit, it's still too close to call, and it's just always best to be prepared. Look at it as some sort of a plan B. You hope you never need it, but should you need it, it's there. So I finished our preps this morning, and we're set and we're good to go as best as possible. But I figured I'd, kind of scoot around some of the areas around Cabrera, give you an idea of a difference. I'm not saying one's better, one's worse, right or wrong, none of that. Just a difference. Here's the first big station I'm pulling into, okay, because we have three now in Cabrera. Here's the first big station, and we're about 9 hours from Irma. So I'm just audioing these clips that I took. It was about almost midday. I was all done with our prepping. I just needed to gather a couple of more little bits and pieces this morning. I was long since done. And I thought it'd be great to just give some of our subscribers a different view of, again, it's just all subjective, but, and mind you, the stations and the hardware stores and the groceries I'll be driving you by here, all of them are fully stocked still. So it's not like it's a panic and shelves are empty. Nothing of the sort. It's just that when demographics, when logistics aren't so refined, you have to depend on stocking, and because there isn't deliveries every day. Anyway, I'm going into here's another station coming into Cabrera. Many of you know where I am. I'm over at Isla right now, Island Gas. Again, and it was no different yesterday when I was finishing up, and the day before that. It was no different whether I was getting feed for the chickens because they're not going to be free ranging, or whether I was getting whatever I wanted, nails or this or that. It just wasn't that hard to find at all. So we'll keep going further. I'm on, as you know, I'm on La Carretera. For those of you who've been here, if you haven't, I'm on the main Highway 5, going through that cuts right through the tip of Cabrera. Okay, I'm going to turn in here now, make a left over to Garcia's Grocery. And again, if you were to walk inside, the shelves are fully stocked. Plus, there's a whole other stock room. So I'm not really going which is better, which is worse. I'm giving you an idea of something that's different. And it does come for the very, very first part of sustainability into my plan B. Because if it's a mad rush and stores are out of products that you need within an hour or two and people are fighting each other, I mean, maybe I'll even, post up, a YouTube or two of people, how they fighting for gas at hurricane warnings and food and water. And again, it's just a very different atmosphere. Now, to be perfectly honest, as I back up, you'll get a better view. There's 8, 10 people inside, but it's all normal. The shelves are full. So continuing on, I'll gab a bit further as we continue on. It's no different here also. I personally have been through a lot of cyclones and hurricanes, and a lot of people who even have relocated, foreigners, expats, they haven't. So it's all subjective on how they're going to prepare it, but they need to be. People here need to understand something. The road I'm on, while I'm going to scoot through another gas station to give you another idea. This gas, again, no sign of any shortage. I'll just zigzag in and out here. But the thing I'm saying is, while old Barry might know 10 different ways to, get back here on some pretty disgusting roads, because I love the 4x4, and there's only one road for a truck, and I'm on it. So that road could easily be severed on one or both sides, which would hamper anything major coming into this town for weeks. People need to understand that. That also hampers you leaving, whether by bus, car, anything else. If unless you got a 4x4, and even most of those you got to cross rivers, so those are going to be flooded. But wow, that's a neat tank. Cool. That's a nice storage tank. But anyway, you get the idea, right? You couldn't even tow something like that in many countries. Back to your house, you'd be flat. Actually, I'd probably get pulled over for doing what I'm doing in this gas station, zigzagging. Probably thinking I'm ready to blow the place up. Anyway, so here, on to the next thing, and I'm going to pass by Palacio. There's one or two hardware stores. Like I say, it's midday now. They might be closed for lunch. But Palacio is the biggest hardware store. Not short of anything. I personally needed a couple of little bits, went in there. Sure, there's 8, 10 people in there, normal shopping, but there isn't anything that looks short on the shelves. Same with bottled water companies. We'll continue on a bit further in the Cabrera. I'll be pulling up a block away. There'll be another good-sized grocery store, Colmado, on the corner. Hamy's. It's Hasley. Hasley. It's fully stocked, just normal amount of traffic in there. So I hope this really kind of gives somebody, especially for the folks that know people in, Texas and Florida, and already they're evacuating Florida, and or the beginning of evacuation stages, and I mean it doesn't even hit till next week, and I'm here filming this 9 hours or so before Irma hits. So you see, there's interesting things to look at from both perspectives. You still need to be prepared. By the way, Caribe Express up here on the right, they still had plenty of pesos, plenty of US dollars also. So there wasn't a shortage there. Crossing Main Street, coming into town, I'm going to hit another good-sized grocery on the right, stocked to the hilt. Then I'm going to bear left. I'm going to hit another good-sized grocery and a big vegetable stand that you'll see also. People are normal shopping. Claude's buggies here, Claude and Marie Jose. Anyway, but you'll see normal shopping. There's no chaos here. There's no chaos when you're used to these things. And I'm going to do my best to get out. I've seen an awful lot of family helping older people or friends helping older people from their wooden houses to concrete houses to spend the balance or the duration of the storm. I thought that was really beautiful to see. It really gives you some of the cultures that a lot of it's been lost when I was really young living in Canada, and my goodness, for my young years in the States, completely different environment. It was so nice to see them helping people. And I'm going to start getting back home now. Passing by on the last clip here, one more ferreteria. That's at the end of the, right back on the carretera. It's Guango's place. Again, it's open. People are buying things like a normal day. So I'm going to head back up home here to El Hamo. And if it works, I'm going to see if I can't wrap this bad boy into its waterproof housing and see how bad it gets and see if I can do some filming. If I can't, well, I can't. But I guess you'll get more coverage here from drescapes and most news channels about actually the town of Cabrera, if that's where your interest lies. Anyway, you guys that know me know I'm heading on my road, El Hamo, back home. And it's really great to see everybody so relaxed. But yet, again, most are ready. But like anywhere else, there's a lot of people that aren't. Again, that's subjective. I'm not going there. But there you go. There's another example. Leanne knows that old lady. She's about 106. They're taking her over to, that's the sister's house, right about there, right next to the Colmado. Anyway, I'm turning in and batting down the hatches for a while, and we'll hopefully get to talk to you soon, okay? This is Barry, and I'm out for now. Hope this was educational.